All right, guys, the time has finally come. Organized team activities are here for your 2025 Green Bay Packers. OTAs started yesterday, but the first OTA open to media availability was today. So we're going to be taking a look at all the highlights, the videos from today's first OTA for the Green Bay Packers, including all the new rookies suiting up in the green and gold. If you do happen to be a new viewer stopping by to this channel, this is the one-spot stop for everything Green Bay Packers you will ever need this offseason. Over 44% of the viewers on this channel are actually not subscribed. If you guys could do me a favor and go down and click that subscribe button, you won't regret it. You'll stay in the loop with everything Green Bay Packers this offseason. I'll be posting highlights from every single practice this offseason that's open to media availability. Also, after this video, I'll be making another video going over all the notes and the biggest takeaways from today's practice. So if all of that does interest you, definitely go down and click the subscribe button. All right, so without further ado, let's hop right in and get into the clips from today's first OTA of the 2025 offseason. Of course, in the first clip, we have to have year 3 of Jordan Love. Really hoping for a healthy season for Jordan Love. Injuries really plagued his 2024 season, and I think it definitely caused some struggles for Jordan Love and this Green Bay Packers offense. He looks good in this clip. Again, this is just OTAs, non-padded sessions, really just workouts, warm-ups, and drills of that sort. But again, it's nice to be back, to see the players moving around. It felt like an eternity since the last time we saw the Packers practicing. Here we have a clip of some of the wide receivers running routes on air. Just again, a simple warm-up. That first clip there, you see Romeo Doubs. Here in this second rep, you will see Jaden Reed. It is important to note that Romeo Doubs is here at OTAs. There were some players that weren't here, such as Jair Alexander and Elton Jenkins, as to be expected. And here is new Packers signing, free agent signing, McCall Hardman rocking the number 6 there. We'll see if he ends up making the 53-man roster. But here's who you all been waiting for, Matthew Golden, rocking the number 22. I know some people love it, some people hate it, but there he is for the first time for the Green Bay Packers, suiting up and practicing. Really excited for Matthew Golden in this offense. Then after him, we have Dontavian Wicks here. He just moves so fluid off of his release. Really hoping for a bounce back year here in year 3 from Tay Wicks. Here we have some more clips of the wide receivers. We have Romeo Doubs running a quick out route on the outside. I believe the next player to run the out route is Matthew Golden, who, again, I'm extremely excited for what he can bring to this offense. A little bit of a slip at the top, breaking up there. But what I love about Matthew Golden and what I've seen so far in today's practice is that his route tempo is by far one of the best aspects of his game. We know Matthew Golden for his speed, but his ability to basically change speed during routes to set up certain route combinations is like none other. You see Malik Heath there on the outside also making a catch. And I believe next up would be Bo Melton on this quick out route. Yes, it is. Very excited to see who makes the roster at the back end of this roster at wide receiver. You have Bo Melton, Malik Heath, McCall Hardman, all guys probably fighting for one roster spot. A lot of people would say McCall Hardman will be the one to make it due to special teams ability. A lot of people would say Malik Heath due to the run blocking ability, and some people would even say Bo Melton due to his deep threat ability. But it's definitely going to be a fight for that last wide receiver spot on this roster. Let me know down in the comments below who you think it'll be. And here is a full speed clip of Matthew Golden running a deep dig route for Jordan Love. And again, you can see the speed here. It seems like he just runs at a completely different pace compared to some of the other wide receivers on this roster. Very good representation of a dig route here. Speed at the top of the route, a quick snap down, not many wasted steps, and then breaking back towards the football, going up and grabbing that catch from Jordan Love. Really hoping for these guys to get on the same page early, because Matthew Golden could be plugged into this offense as soon as week 1 as a potential number 1, number 2 target for Jordan Love in this offense, in the absence of Christian Watson, who was here today warming up, obviously not practicing, suffering that torn ACL in week 18. Another player we expect a big 2025 out of, and who had a breakout year in 2024, is Tucker Kraft, running an out and up here. Man, if Tucker Kraft got the targets of some of the other tight ends around the league, such as Brock Bowers, he would have been one of the top tight ends in terms of yardage, in terms of touchdowns in the entire NFL. We need to get this man the football, and hopefully the Packers, have an idea of what they're going to do with this offense with Tucker Kraft. But not only that, Luke Musgrave as tight end number 2, definitely want a bounce back year out of him, a healthy year hopefully in 2025. Of course, we got to show the love to some linemen here, and we have Packers second round pick Anthony Belton there, rocking the number 71, working on a lineman drill next to none other than Zach Tom. Man, he looks like a big lineman out there. When you compare him next to Zach Tom, our right tackle, Anthony Belton looks a lot bigger than Zach Tom, and I think they will keep him at guard. I think Belton will run mainly guard for the Green Bay Packers. We'll see how it shapes out throughout the offseason activities and where they're going to plug him. But so far today, I saw that Jordan Morgan was taking reps at left tackle number 2 behind Rasheed Walker, so it makes a lot of sense that Anthony Belton would remain on the inside if that's where the Packers view him. And speaking of new offensive linemen, here's a clip of new Packers guard Aaron Banks. They signed in free agency. You see him on the left there in number 65, who signed a 4-year, $77 million contract, getting some work in next to Jacob Monk, a rookie from last season in his second year. Interestingly, Jacob Monk took starting reps today at right guard. Sean Ryan plugged in at center in the absence of Elton Jenkins. I wouldn't read too much into that in terms of Jordan Morgan not starting at right guard. Again, I think the Packers are really trying to plug him in at left tackle, but more interestingly, Jacob Monk getting some starting reps is definitely something to monitor. Here's a clip of Jordan Morgan entering year 2 as a Green Bay Packer. And again, I mentioned that they're playing him at left tackle number 2 during OTAs today. I'm sure he will get some guard work, but we know how the Packers view him. And you see Rasheed Walker there standing behind him. Jordan Morgan likely the future replacement for Rasheed Walker at that left tackle spot. Rasheed Walker on the last year of his rookie deal likely will be priced out of the Green Bay Packers after the season. Here's a quick clip of Packers running back Josh Jacobs. The one position group this whole offseason that you really didn't have to worry about at all was running back. It's a loaded room with Jacobs, Marshawn Lloyd, who is in the rehab group to start OTAs, which is just crazy to me. Also Chris Brooks and Emmanuel Wilson. Nonetheless, this running back room is loaded, and the guy at the front is definitely Josh Jacobs. Here's a video of Packers superstar defender Xavier McKinney. Man, what he did and what he gave to this defense last season, definitely the best free agency signing last year in the entire NFL. Absolutely exploded early in last season. What was it? 6 interceptions in the first 6 games, and absolutely transformed the back end of this defense. And what was a horrible safety group the year prior turned into one of the best safety groups in the NFL because of X. Here's another Packers free agent signing this offseason. That is Isaiah Simmons at linebacker, or whatever position you want to put him at. It's fitting that he's rocking number 28 because this guy could play defensive back on this defense. I'm intrigued by him for this offseason and what the Packers could potentially do with Isaiah Simmons, what Jeff Hafley, how he could implement him into this defense. Here's another clip of some of the linebackers. First is Edin Cooper, and I don't think there's a single linebacker in the NFL with a stock as high as Edin Cooper for 2025. Following him up there is, again, Isaiah Simmons, who just towers over all these other linebackers. I believe Isaiah Simmons is 6'4". You could see him compared to Isaiah McDuffie. I mean, he absolutely towers over him when he stands up here at the end there. It's crazy what Isaiah Simmons could potentially be for this defense. Then the final clip we have is new Packers cornerback Nate Hobbs rocking the number 21. Soon as Eric Stokes leaves as number 21, Nate Hobbs comes in and takes number 21. I believe in base they were working him on boundary today, which is what I kind of expected. If they're running base and not nickel, it'll be Nate Hobbs and Nixon on the outside in the absence of Jair Alexander, of course. But then if the Packers move into nickel, Nate Hobbs could then slide into that nickel corner. I've been saying it all offseason. I believe that Hobbs can do both, and the Packers paid him like he can do both. And I think what Jeff Hafley is going to be able to do with him in this defense and the versatility that he has will definitely take this defense up a notch. Just as I was recording this, since practice is going on as I'm recording this. I saw an update that when the Packers moved into nickel, Nate Hobbs did slide into the inside, and then it was Valentine and Nixon on the outside. So again, just showcasing that the Packers are going to utilize him in many different ways. And if you're wondering about Javon Bullard, he actually started at starting safety next to X in base. So those are all the clips I have from the first OTA practice for the Green Bay Packers in 2025. Again, OTA started yesterday, but this was the first practice open to the media. The next OTA practice and the last OTA practice open to the media is next Tuesday. So expect a highlight video and a recap video on Tuesday as well. Then, of course, we're waiting for mandatory minicamp. That's June 10th through 12th. Then all the way till July for training camp. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Again, if you're new here and want to stay in the loop with everything Packers, definitely go down and click that subscribe button. Be on the lookout for the OTA practice notes and biggest takeaways video that will release shortly after this one. Really appreciate you guys coming by. I'll catch you on the next one. And as always, go Pack Go.